Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to the MCN for Friday. Going to get right into the action. It's been a busy old time. And obviously I've been working like flat out in the evenings, which this is evening when I'm recording this, to cover some of the stuff that we need to, as well guides. You know, we've got still a few updates to the guides, but I'm really happy with the pace. Of course, I'd love to have everything done within 24 hours, but it's just not possible to create the spreadsheets the way that I do, and also have those infographic-y bits and bobs. But thanks for all the support and lovely messages. Makes me really energized to kind of like get stuff done. We're going to get it all done by the weekend. But we're going to start off first with issues 2. iPhone 6. I'm seeing a lot of people post about iPhone 6 related issues. I'm not sure if we're at a point where this is still a covered device. Part of me feels like it is, but I'm not sure if it is. As Mr. Sakuragi? Mr. Sakuragi, all the way from wherever he's from, says, I've heard from other iPhone 6s users as well. 6s is a minimum supported iOS device currently. I thought it wasn't. I thought it iPhone 7 and that was it. But I could be wrong. I've heard some people saying very similar things with 6s, a few even with the Pro or Plus or whatever Apple calls the upgraded. Might be what your phone... I don't know. Like, I thought 6s was the one that was not supported. I can't remember from where. I thought Kabam said that. I even thought that because they're not running any updates for iPhone 7 now, like because it's not supported by... Apple not supporting it with any kind of further software updates for anything below a 7 Plus. Next one is going to be, is there an iPhone 8 or is it an iPhone 9? Oh, whatever it is. Watch out. Probably because people aren't seeing projectiles. That's scary. Behemoth's SP1 ping pong projectile not possible. Spider-Man Supreme SP2 Aegon SP not visible. So this I remember back along, so yeah, be wary about if you've got an old phone. Maybe time to think about an upgrade. I know financially that's not always the answer and it's not possible for everyone, but it may be the time to go, look, you know, by this time next year I'll start saving, whether it's a small amount a month just to get something. Maybe even consider something like an Android, affordable Android. Next up, we're going to move on to the potential champion that Kabam are going to be releasing. As a lot of you know, Kabam are doing an original champion. There's several original champions in game. There's original-ish. So what's the ish? So the definite ones are the likes of your Morning Stars, your Guillotines, your Purgatories. So all of those particular type champions are Kabam originals. Of course, Overseer is a bit of a grey area on that one, because, well, technically it's based on a Hulk. So yeah, that's kind of like that's that. So I think a lot of us are very excited to see what Kabam have got in store. Will it be incredibly powerful? Will it not be? Of course, people will get their first kind of like glimpses of it at the event. I think at the event there's going to be a reveal of it. Oh, or maybe it's next week. Yeah, because New York Comic Con, Kabam Jax is going to be on stage performing his medley of hits, whatever he performs, songs, fireworks, I don't know. But he may be revealing that particular information. So we've got to wait for next... Is it next week or this week? It may be a time. We'll obviously we'll cover it on the channel whenever when it is a thing. But yeah, we'll look out for that one. Aegon. I'm saying like as Igo Toyota. Aegon 2099, where he has a bionic arm. That would be cool. That'd be interesting. I don't think you'll be able to guess. It's not a champion based on any other existing character. This champion is wholly and completely original. So that's fun. Look forward to seeing it. Who could it be? It's going to be a mystery. Will it have his own story? Hopefully he or she or it or they or organic mass or robotic association is what it is going to be, whatever it being or whatever mass it is. We've got to go on to this particular topic, and are you missing out on candy? So this is a bit of a weird one, isn't it? Because, well, you might be wondering to yourself that there's a bit of floating candy. I've had a few people message me about this one. Here's a good example. How to claim this floating 200 candy right here. This is a visual bug. It's a visual bug, right? This is something that I thought I read from, I think it was Kabam Mike or Jax. I think it was Kabam Mike said that they explained this. And I can't find the thread anymore. I don't know why I can't find it, but I thought I saw a response from them about it, but I just can't find it, which is a problem. Maybe delete the thread because there was something offensive or something weird on it. Maybe people were mocking Kabam because, hey, look, this is a bug. Like, oh, Kabam did bugs. Like, yeah, okay, Kabam did bugs. Like, that's every single month. After a while, after years of it, it's like you just kind of go, oh, they did a bug. Great. Is it going to impact on people? No. Do we have to talk about it? Kind of. And that's kind of like the way that we kind of like look at these things going, oh, I guess it's another Kabam bug. But and look, it may seem as if like it is kind of like a buggy thing that you deserve 200. It's even coming up there. But on the path rewards, you're missing 200. But this player does point out that you have 10,000 candy. Now, if you watch the videos, and I always think it's important to watch some of the content. You know, we put together these fantastic kind of like little guides and bits of information, and you know, I spend all my hours away from creating these spreadsheets and stuff. We all know that, and just kind of like round off right here, if you take the week 1 completion, exploration, path 1, path 2, path 3, path 4, and go over there and go boom, you get 10,000, right? So you're only meant to get 10,000 candy. It is what I have on screen right now. This is my account. I've 100%ed it. I got 10,000 candy. At the end of the event, I've definitely done for Paragon. And look, if you can 100% all the paths, depending on your standing, your progression in game, you should be able to get 50k. So, as a lot of you know, we'll watch on screen. Look at the magic, children. When I do that, boom, it goes up to there, 10k per path. I then bring it down and go, boom, 50k. It's just as simple as that. So you're not actually losing out on that, because effectively what we're saying by this this particular bug, so to speak, this visual bug, is that you should be getting 10,200 candy. That is not the case. It is the case. It's just a visual bug. Do not worry. You aren't being stiffed for 200 candy. It is just the case that it's a visual bug, and it's just there in the I think it's there in the preview, but it's not there in the actuality of the quest. So hopefully that clarifies anybody that might be a bit concerned that are being lost out on candy. Now, just quickly onto something. I've seen a lot of people ask the question about synergies being represented in the champion deep dives. So one of the big problems is look, I've seen many comments on the deep dive videos over a large length of time, and they vary. Okay, for the time when synergies were put into the deep dives, people in the comments would say these videos are too long. But there's people out there that like the synergies being put in the deep dives. It's a big problem when it comes to you know, content creation. If I put out a video, there's going to be people that will dislike it. They'll misread my tone, or they will not like some of the information being presented, or they'll be like, no, you did that wrong. You need to put in this. And it's like, you know, people are allowed to talk. There's no issue with that. There's no issue when it comes to commenting. But when it comes to a point of Kabam want to put out something quick and snappy, if a video is then taking, it's like 15 minutes in length, people turn off. They're not interested. So they're made more snappy, quicker, boom, 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 boom. Like for the company that I work for, I create a piece of content. That piece of content has a time frame. It has to be this length. It cannot be longer than that length. It can't be shorter than that length. It has to be the certain amount of length. And that is just so that it is watchable to a specific type of audience. And that's the thing I think you know, Kabam have been trying to achieve with this is kind of do it in that way. But of course, there will be people out there that want to see that particular bits of information and stuff. So yeah, I get it from both sides. I understand both sides of this, but this is where the company line, I think, is really drawn in the sand with it. Yeah, I mean, Amelia says, I do wish that they put more effort into synergies. I'd like more synergies that make some champs significantly better. I think Kabam went away from that a long time ago with this one. I was hoping for synergies this month. Thought they were the perfect champ to give Elsem play. I mean, look, that's something about to buy. I don't know if people are overly bothered by this one, but Kabam Mike did actually respond to this, which I think we'll go over. In response. Here. These videos are extremely tough to put together and it's very time consuming. It's basically a full-time job and Karate Mike does it all himself. We want to work on other content that players might find useful, including more educational pieces. Those also take time. So that means cutting down on the content that people aren't watching. We don't like cutting down on content, but when we have to, we choose the content that the fewest people are watching or engaging with. And that means the synergy segment of the deep dives, which had pretty significant drop in retention compared to the videos without them. See, this is what I hadn't even read this yet. This is the first time reading it, but this is how I kind of feel that it was going. And that is the biggest problem, isn't it? It's like the people can complain, but the stats and the data doesn't lie. Also, you can find the stuff in Champion Spotlight, so I guess they're going over that in some detail. I would love to work on stuff like this, since doing like the game capture stuff that I did, and kind of similar to what I'm doing now with kind of work with more of a professional with like the After Effects stuff that I'm doing. I'd love to be able to, I don't know what would be on offer, but or what there would be educational wise or whatever to do some of these more educational pieces. But I think I'd like to do it from a point of view of doing like official side quest based breakdowns, which Kabam did for a time and then stopped doing, and some other stuff as well. I know I've got to do all my new player guides again. There's just basic tips and tricks when it comes to MCOC, maybe in like an official sense, but maybe kind of like more of a professional stuff. Like I'm not cutting down like what I do, but do bear in mind, like if I did the extent of work, it would be like Dave. And one problem like Dave Dork Lessons had is he was doing like a video that was 20 to 50 hours worth of work in for 1,000 views of people watching, and that's so demoralizing. But it would work better if then he did it for Kabam, which he did, which is good, because then all of that hard effort and work that is put in, and all the visuals, because that's the biggest thing. There's a lot of kind of like big presentation from a visual graphics sense, which he does, which I do for the company that I work for. If I did it for this channel and did it with some of the content, I just wouldn't post any videos, because it would be like, oh, side quest guide. It would take I don't know, 3 days to put out. Well, it's done now, Rich. So what you should have put this out 3 days ago. Yeah, well that's why the videos are out, in a as quickly as possible with then a spreadsheet. So, yeah, I'd love to do stuff like that, but it's just a case of like, I don't know what the opportunities are going to be like with Kabam, especially if they can't like allocate any more to like a budget or something. It may be difficult to do more content. Maybe even synergy specific kind of deep dives would be a thing, maybe not a thing as well at the same time. And we're going to end on this particular situation. Do bear in mind there was an update on the situation of the Paragon Gauntlet and repeating. One thing that wasn't clear at the time is that whether or not any kind of, well, first of all, rewards clawback was not an availability of a thing, because as you know, Kabam did say with this, what Kabam Jack said, this is obviously not intended. Team is working on making sure that access parameters are where they're meant to be. Anyone who was able to run the Paragon Gauntlet before we fixed it, we will not be removing rewards. The rationale is as follows. Players who finish the Gauntlet early would likely have access to it properly by the end of the event. We are fixing the map to add back the champion's swap nose, blah blah blah, because that was broken. But there wasn't really any kind of indication whether or not people would be able to rerun the rewards. And as I said in the video, it was unknown whether or not prior to the initial run, someone was claiming that it was multiple runs. I could not find any evidence of that one, as I said in that particular video. At the time, I couldn't find any evidence to say that people had run it multiple times. Someone said it's a statement. It doesn't seem to be true, or at least like there's nothing available to see that. I've definitely not seen anything. So yeah, anyway, that's where we're up with that one. But there was a further update on this one yesterday from Kabam Jax that basically said that people would not be able to get double the amount of rewards from the conditions that are currently there. So in that one, what I mean by that is, and I said here, just circling back to confirm what has been theorized by a few in this thread, summoners who finish the Paragon Gauntlet prior to us correcting the error will not be able to collect the rewards a second time. There we go. So yeah, so if you've done it once, if you kind of jumped in early and did it, should not be able to do it again. That's basically it in a nutshell of what should be in a nutshell. That should be that, and everything should be fine. And the world will be peaceful on a Friday. Of course it is. In any case, that has been the MCN for Friday. And yeah, lots more content still to come. I'm hoping to work on a few other projects and also get on 100% in Thronebreaker to then do a Paragauntlet myself. And also post a guide, which, hopefully we can get that out before Wednesday, fingers crossed. And then lots of other content is going to be done. Act 8.2 is going to be 100%ed. I am planning to live stream a lot on the week of the 16th. Yeah, the 16th, because, I can't go to Canada, but at least we can hang out. And I'm going to try and make sure I've cleared my schedule so we can do that. I think all my sponsored content completes this week, and I should be free, but more on that then. But thanks for watching. Check out some other content located on screen. Have a lovely Friday, and check out some other videos later on today. Bye bye.